Alright, so I've been meaning to make this video about dehydrating, well specifically vegan dehydrated meals for backpacking. The rest of the video I am going to show all the steps involved from start to finish by making a meal, but what I really want to emphasize on with this video is that there's a blueprint to follow. You don't need to follow any specific recipe, anything like that. It's really simple if you're just willing to do a little bit of extra work to make the food, and then you're going to eat so much healthier and better and cheaper on the trail. So here's one meal, and this is a meal that you're going to see me make later in the video. Others with pasta, and I have a whole bunch of meals going across the screen right now. So really what you want to do is you want to get a grain, a bean, so a protein, and then vegetables. And you want to mix up the vegetables to give you variety. And a big way to add in variety is with spices. And later in the video, I just say add spices in generous amounts, just whatever you like. You know, there's combinations are endless. And just mix it in, and that's going to give you good variety and good flavor when you're out on the trail. You get to camp and you rehydrate it. You can cook it if you have a stove. For the AT this summer, I am not going to be using a stove. I am just going to be cold soaking all my meals in one of these Talenti cups. So what I do is just put your meal in here a couple hours before you want to eat it, fill it up maybe 2/3, 3/4 way with water, and let it sit, and it rehydrates. And it's, you know, it's not the most delicious thing, especially when it's cold, but you know, it does the job. And yeah, so I did this on the Colorado Trail last year, and it worked really well for me. So with my AT hike coming up, hoping for similar results, and we should get that. So let's get into it. Alright, we need to make this video about dehydrating food for the Appalachian Trail. Got pinto beans cooking right here, bottom dry, soaked them for 8 hours. Now they're simmering. Long grain brown rice in the rice cooker, about 2 cups worth of dry rice. So it should be plenty of cooked brown rice in a few minutes. And then I got some vegetables I'm about to cut up. For about, I don't know, a half hour. Didn't exactly time it, but broccoli's nice and crisp. So once the rice is done, we're gonna take the beans, the rice, the veggies, mix it all together, and then we'll lay it out in dehydrating trays. So we're on 135. We're gonna let it go for about I don't know, 16 to 20 hours, and then we'll check back in when it's done.
One eternity later.
Alright, so it dehydrated for about 18.5 hours. Now we're just gonna put it all into this red bowl here and then get it into 4-ounce partitions or whatever, and then put it in plastic bags and then vacuum seal them. This is completely full. Let's put this back on the scale. See how much total we have. So 1 pound, 7 ounces, which is 23 ounces. So we should be able to make about 6 meals with this. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is zero off the bag. I didn't do this the first couple times and I ended up not having the math work out. So make sure we zero off the bag here. It's about 0.2 ounces. And then here we're going to load them up to 3.9 ounces or 3.8, and we should be able to get exactly 6. Perfect. Last one right at 3.8. So perfectly evenly distributed all the baggies. I used to not weigh them, and then you'd get some with too much and some with not enough. And the worst is when you're out there and you have one that doesn't have enough. Alright, so the very final step is to create a vacuum seal. I don't have a vacuum seal. Well, a very cheap method of vacuum sealing it is dunking it in some water, pushing out all the air, and then just zipping it closed. Alright, so that's all 6 meals that I made this time. And they're about to join all these other ones up here. Have about 50 something already made for the AT, which is pretty much done with prepping food, so that's pretty exciting.